Alright, so it has certainly been a minute since I've done anything in Python on this channel, so I decided to just replicate a project or a simple application that I had created, a paging calculator that calculates the virtual page number and the offset. This was something that I did to make my life much easier because I had some studying or some practice or something to do that required me to do a lot of calculations. I thought it would be easier to just create a simple script that would just automate the process for me. So this is it. So I have this main.py file here, and this is where we're going to be writing the Python code. And I have my terminal open here to also run this. So I'm gonna cd into where this is held. So Python and paging calc, and we have this main.py file here. Let me just go ahead and do some printing, and in here I'm just gonna do paging calc as the title, and there we go. Let's give it a new line, and in here we're just gonna have a small comment that's just gonna say, well, this is where we're going to request user input. And for the input, because Python is loosely typed, we can pretty much just put whatever variable without putting something like var or int or whatever. So we're just gonna put kilobyte, so KB for that, and we're gonna take this as an input. Just gonna ask them to enter a kilobyte or KB, whatever, it doesn't matter. And we can just put a hint like something like 4 or 8, most use for me at least. So we're just gonna go ahead now and get the virtual address as well. And here we're just going to tell them to enter virtual address. And an example of the virtual address could be something like 200 or 2000 or 20,000, I should say, or something else, just some number that's probably within the page table, whatever page table that is there. And we're just gonna do the operations in here. So all the operations are going to be in here. So all the operating functions. So we want first of all the page kilobyte, and the page kilobyte is going to be the amount that is given. So if we get 4, then we're going to multiply that by what 1 kilobyte is, which in operating system would be 1024. So it's quite different from the normal kilobytes. So that's something that is extremely important in OS. The 1 kilobyte is equal to 1024. So we're gonna, first of all, we need to convert the input that we're getting, because this is coming back as a string. So we need to convert this to an integer, and then we can just multiply this by the kilobyte that we're given here. No, that's incorrect. This we need to multiply it by the amount, and I need to just put a note here that in OS, in operating system, 1 KB is equal to 1024. That's extremely important to know. So for the virtual, this should now be the virtual page number. So this is what we're calculating now. I'm virtual page number, we need to convert this as well. This would be what we're converting now is just the input this up here. So we're gonna convert that, and then this is pretty much just gonna be divided by the page kilobyte that we get here, and this is how we're going to get our virtual page number. The next thing is that we need to find the offset. The offset is going to be, let's get this as an int first of all, convert it. It's going to be the virtual address, and then we're going to mod it or find a modulus with the page kilobyte. So this is how, so whatever the remainder is, that's what we're trying to get here. And this is pretty much it. All we need to do now is just to display the results that we get. So I'm just gonna print and the line make this look somewhat decent, and our new line as well, and that's our title there, so they know that this is the result. Now all we're gonna do is just to print these out. So the virtual page number, this is equal to, first we need to concatenate this as a string because we cannot print the string and the int together, so we need to concatenate it with the plus symbol there. So we're gonna just print out virtual page number here, and the next thing is the offset, and this will be equal to, again we need to concatenate, so the string, and now we're just gonna put offset in here, and that is pretty much it. So we get the input from the user, then we find the page kilobyte, and then we find the virtual page number by dividing the virtual address by the page kilobyte, and then we find the offset by finding the remainder of that that division there, and we're just gonna print out the values that we get here. Let's now save this. Let me grab the terminal, and then we're just gonna go ahead and do Python 3 main.py and run this. So I'm gonna put 4, and I'm gonna put the number, whatever number, and here we go. We get a virtual page number of 4 and an offset of 3616, and I mean you can check that somewhere. I don't know if you want to check it in your head, but that should most likely be accurate. And for this one, you can see we're getting a different number, but these are all accurate. I've already checked all of these, so it's pretty much it. So if you should ever like have some calculations to do, so you have a simple paging calculator here, and I'll leave the source code or the link to the GitHub where this is being hosted, so you can have this as well. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.